Here we go.
Hooray! Hello and welcome to the Figment Collective, where we will be playing a modified version of Changeling the Lost. Who are you playing tonight?
I'm glad you did ask who I was. I was not prepared for that question, but tonight I will be playing Zigzag, who is very confused on what's going on, but we're all okay. Kind of. Yeah.
We?
No, we're not. It's okay.
No,
I breathed into Will's mouth, so everything's fine.
3LC, who are you?
Very personal question. But no.
Right?
Yes. I'm 3LC, and I'm playing Sim Hearthman of a fire elemental artist.
And who are you playing, Avery?
Hello, I'm Avery, and tonight I will be playing the Cyclopean Gentle Giant Rufus.
Keenan, who are you playing?
I am playing Will the Dog, the goodest hunter heart.
And I'm Milo, and I will be playing everyone else as I am the storyteller for this modified version of Changeling the Lost. And I know I've already said that, and I keep saying that because I have modified this game. So if you see anything that is wrong in it, it's not I made it up. I do not take criticisms. Couple of disclaimers before we start. This is an 18 plus stream, so if you're not 18 then you're 12, please see yourself out. This is not the stream for you. As well as, please do not replicate or anything that we do, have our characters do in this game. We don't give advice on this channel. It's probably a bad idea. And what happened last time is the group had their durances. And they woke up in various stages of cranky, or traumatized, or mostly traumatized, and made their way up to the Black Castle, where Rufus warned them to keep their eyes peeled for any three-eyed creatures that might be out and about looking, as that is a sign that they are working for the Marquis of Eyes, Rufus' keeper. Meanwhile, Sir Reginald was telling Sim that should trouble arise, to make sure that everybody gets out, that he will make sure that they have the chance to escape with Sim's assistance. They got to the Black Castle, where they walked to the main courtyard, the front gardens, where they discovered a hollow ward for this massive 10-dot hollow that is the Black Castle, where they fought Thorn Guardians. They were able to defeat them all through teamwork and quick thinking. And as they were getting ready to progress forward, after some uncomfortable mouth breathing and other ways of mending wounds.
It was very comfortable. Thank you very much. For everyone who has social skills, it was not.
Yeah, that was a one-way comfortability.
And as they settled, as the dust settled from this fight, Meg losing clarity, Will getting hurt, they notice in the thorn bushes, watching something with three eyes. Though it's kind of hard to see what it is. It's a smallish creature, but it's the eye shine that caught the attention. And that is where we will start.
Shine.
It watches from the bushes.
Well, that's ominous.
Sim had noticed it because he had taken a look around. So he's going to go and continue to check on like Will, check on Zigzag, kind of very nonchalantly go up to Rufus and just kind of engage Rufus in conversation of just like, remember when you mentioned about keeping an eye out for some straight, and this is being done in a tone that's very low between the both of them, not looking to like carry this conversation across the courtyard or anything like that. He's going to mention the had told us to keep an eye out on some stuff, some odd-looking little creatures, and see one. Sim is going to gesture general direction, not look, but just gesture to Rufus in the direction of where they saw said eyes.
This is just gonna act like he's sort of leaning down to give Sim a hug and then just turn his head that direction and sniff the air.
Okay, go ahead and roll me your wits awareness with your sensory ability, and go ahead and add a +2 to that.
So it's 2.
If I remember right, Zigzag was trying not to interrupt Meg and Rufus's conversation, but had helped Meg.
Mm-hmm.
Does my nose for smells merit count here? Have I smelled this smell before?
Yes, it counts here.
Got it. Six successes, 4 of them being a crit.
Yep. You didn't need that many, but yeah, you smell the scent of sweat and fear and a little bit that you recognize to be the marquee, but that's a little more faint, coming from in the bushes where Sim had roughly gestured.
Yeah. Without spooking it. Is that good? Can I
There you go, baby.
That's one it is, yeah. We gotta figure out how to catch it before it gets away. I'm not fast enough. Maybe Will is. It's going into the thorns.
What? Want me to go play fetch?
Jesus Christ, where'd you come from?
I heard run and catch something.
Sim will glance around to Will and go, we have a pair of watchful eyes over there. Or probably more, actually. Sorry, not a pair. I was going to say throuple of eyes, but that doesn't fit either.
We got a throuple eyes over in the corner. It's a sin I don't want to hear.
Too many eyes.
Too many eyes. I'm using wrong terms all the time. He'll gesture with Will in the same manner that he did with Rufus. And about how far away is that creature watching us?
It's a little hard to tell because of the thorns. But it's close enough that you can see the eyes shine when you look, but far enough away that you have to take a leap into the thorns to grab it.
Okay.
Zigzag's gonna kind of look at Will and look at old Greg.
Is there anything you can do to help him out if he decides to, what'd you say, Will? Play fetch?
Play fetch.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, buddy?
Thinking. And Sim's going to continue to make, like, you know, they're picking up from after this fight, making sure people are okay. Watching, we're still kind of overall acting like we're not being actively. But
Yeah, Zigzag's. Yeah.
As we're putting some stuff in a pack and handing out some water, whatever people need. Sim will mention, I mean, the best way they could possibly, what I can do specifically, Will, if you move pretty fast and go fetch this thing, but I can probably, like, scare us a bit with some smoke. Kind of maybe throw it off at least line of sight for a few seconds. And could flank around, possibly catch it, and come up on one of its side, and assuming you're sneaky actually to do that. I know I'm not a stealthy character at all.
I mean,
I'm decently sneaky.
what if you and Meg burn it out of the bushes?
It's our other option too, is
Just it out onto the path. So that it's speed for speed. Just be careful. Third eye belongs to one of my brothers or sisters that's gone. I don't.
How about we do this? How about we cover ourselves in a little smoke, throw it off the track, throw it off our senses for just a few moments. Get Will into position. And if Meg and I drink a little fire behind it, kind of flush it towards us. Grab. Shot.
It sounds like a good plan as any.
Okay. Gonna wander over. Is Meg still close by too?
Meg is holding on to Rufus for dear fucking life.
Okay. That's what I remember because they had developed that.
Yup.
Gotta love that clarity drop.
Yep.
So they are going to. So Meg is going to double check, make sure Meg kind of understood everything was going on, and just Sim is just going to double check.
How are you burning the roses? Like, where are you going to try to set the fires?
First I'm going to throw up a little smoke.
Okay.
So first we're gonna do smoke to cut, because correct me if I'm wrong, we're kind of in an open space. We're kind of in an open space being monitored here. So
yeah, the space is very, very open right now. Mm-hmm. It's basically, when I say these rose gardens are massive, I mean it. Yeah. Basically, once this circular little courtyard. Well, it's not little. It's actually a rather large courtyard, and the paths that you would walk to get to the main doors are the only spaces in this area that are not covered in roses. These gardens wrap around to the back of the castle.
Okay.
Like it is an extensive rose garden.
Okay. Yeah. Sim's going to throw up some smoke that will through smoke them out and kind of just like have it kind of flow up from stones, like it's almost like fog coming up.
Okay.
Coming up from the stones between where the creature is and where they are. And basically smoke screen between them for as long as it takes for Will to make a maneuver around, hopefully undetected. Then as soon as Will is out of sight, as soon as line of sight is broken for basically Will, then I'm going to have the smoke drop, make it look like, it's just getting blown away. And then we're going to have the fire behind and or to the side of the creature, because we could do it in a couple of different places to flush the creature towards where Will is.
All right. And what 2 places do you want to do that in?
Well, wherever it's at in the edge, essentially, where in the rose garden where it's at. Sim is going to look to put the fire at least maybe about 5 to 10 yards in like a little concave, like to kind of direct them towards where Will is coming.
Okay. And then Meg can do the other side. I need to make a roll real quick. Sir Reginald is going to use Favored Fate on Will to give him 2 extra dice.
Okay. I'm also going to roll some glamour to add my weird. And I get to keep it. And I'll make that stealth roll. So 2 dice.
Yeah, it's 2 extra dice.
My pool is Dex plus stealth, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Five successes.
Ooh, nice.
I'm not going to willpower try to get more because I have a crit on one of my dice, and I don't want to messy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. I am going to go ahead and roll for the creature. It gets a reduced pool because a lot's going on.
I'm going to make the
Yeah.
check for my smoke them out. Do not lose glamour. You know how smoke them out. Five successes on the smoke them out. No crits or anything.
All right. So that disguises everything. I'm assuming that's what you're...
Yeah. Basically looking to put up a smoke screen between the creature and ourselves so that Will can get into position. And then as soon as that dissipates, then fire to direct the creature into Will's grasp.
All right. Okay, so go ahead and make your rouse check for Will, because Will gets into position. That was not enough for the creature with all the distractions and stuff to hear or see.
Oof. I unfortunately go down another glamour for my glamour check for my fire. I'm gonna need thankfully I have some fruit.
Yeah, we have fruit.
And so did Meg. So that's unfortunate.
So, 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
Oh,
Lot of
damn it.
Oh, gee. Oh, good.
Oh, good God. Oh.
Hmm?
The dice box.
Oh, Dicebox being a bitch.
8 successes with a messy critical for Meg.
Oh, jeez.
So
It's
let's
okay, she's
see
holding
what
on to
her
you.
things are.
That's your not girlfriend. So you got this, buddy. Zigzag was gonna look in the general direction of whatever that thing was, and be like, "Yeah, no, you guys got this."
Her derangement, not her derangement, it's her vice. Her vice kicked in.
Oh no!
I got a single crit as well. Thankfully, not messy. And it's a total of 6 successes. Fire within.
Yep. So you control the fire. You both place it with your abilities as elementals.
Mm-hmm.
You have decent control over the fire. So while that other roll is also going to be a lot of fun here in a second that I made, you have decent control over where the fire goes and how much it actually burns, because that is what your very nature is fire. As you start to literally burn this creature out, and it does, it starts to run towards Will. You can see it in the bushes. You hear the scurrying. You see the glint of its eyes as it starts to take off towards essentially roughly where Will placed themselves. So, Will, I'm going to need you to make a dexterity athletics to catch it as it tries to run by.
Okay. Will my previous glamour rouse
Yes,
for
we can use that.
it still count? Okay.
Yep.
Do I get any stealth? Do I get any bonuses from my stealth or no?
You can add 2 because it doesn't know you're there.
Okay.
2 dice. Yep.
And just to be mean,
Oh,
Zigzag
God.
was going to use Fickle Fate on it.
Oh God. You know what?
Heck yeah.
Okay, yeah. Or we'll burn another willpower. 4 successes.
It got 2 successes. So you snatch that fucker up. Now, the dice roll that I made was to see what direction the smoke from these burning roses was going to go.
Okay.
And it comes towards you guys. And no.
Sound of that.
Now, the rest of you are fine. It's just smoke. But you see these black veins start to trail along Meg's neck. It follows her own veins. They're turning black as she breathes this smoke in.
Oof.
And she is now getting hurt a whole bunch.
Damn it.
Yep.
I'm gonna since Sim's gonna move over to where Meg's at and get some soothing balm ready.
Okay. She she goes to move out of the way. She's not just standing in the smoke, but like she shifts out of the way.
Yeah, I'm
she
gonna
douses her own
Move her out if she's hanging out.
douses her own fire as Will snatches up the rat thing. It's a large rat with 3 eyes.
Gotcha.
Gonna pick that up like a chew toy and walk over to Rufus.
Okay. Shoot. Lost another glamour. On the soothing bomb check. But,
Okay.
plus weird.
Sim's almost out of glamour. Will's almost out of willpower.
Not looking good.
We've got fruit.
We have fruit. I need to eat fruit as
We
soon
have
as
some
this
fruit.
is all done with.
We are the fruits.
That's true.
Fucking
That's okay, Mike. We can say that. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, 2 successes. Thankfully. Messy or bestial.
That's enough to help a little bit.
Yeah, it's not that much.
Yeah, but Meg she breathes this shit in. It's in her lungs. It's basically poisoning her from the inside out. At the moment.
Zigzag, you should breathe in her mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meg, do you want some help there with the air intake? It's important for maintaining function.
She opens her mouth and starts coughing. And she coughs up a little bit of this, just like it's like dark blood almost, like it comes up in her hand.
Oof.
Yep. Zigzag's going to do what Zigzag did before and just
Okay, go ahead and roll.
awkwardly as
While
possible.
you're doing that, and Will's got that.
While I'm breathing into people's mouths.
Giving everybody Changeling CPR.
Changeling CPR. It's the repentance. It's fine.
It's CCPR.
There you go.
I'm looking up the roll. I have the
Some
wrong
tech
That's
problems
okay.
here.
Was that?
I haven't.
I'm having some tech problems on my end here.
It's my fault.
I'm gonna try to fix it. Yeah. Goddamn Lysambra.
Ayo. All right.
Okay, so
Oh shit. Her seeming blessing. She's still poisoned, but she took less damage than I thought she did.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 dice to give Changeling CPR. That better not be okay. That one's a 3. Okay. 4 successes.
That's exactly what you.
5 successes.
Okay. 1 over what you needed to actually make her not poisoned, because she's poisoned right now. So you breathe into her mouth, and those veins, the blackness in the veins recedes. She starts to breathe a little easier. And
out, in,
Oh, thank you very
and
much.
out
Zigzag.
again.
yeah, thank you, Zigzag.
Yeah, of course. You might want to let go of Rufus's arm just a little bit so Will can drop whatever that is. It can't be nice to have that in your mouth. Or maybe it is. It looks like it's squirming, and the touch on it, that can't be a good feeling.
Stop talking.
Okay.
Rufus will
He
walk
does
over
not
and
like.
hold
Meg
out
walks
his
with them.
hold out his hand to Will. give it here.
I'm assuming the La Sombre tech issues. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. All right. But it does drop the rat.
Ruffles. Not Rufus, it's Ruffles now.
Oh, I thought that was the name of the rat. Ruffles.
No.
You can name it whatever you want. Let's be honest. So the rat is dropped in your hand.
He's got 3 eyes. We'll call him Tripod.
Rufus
Oh,
just wraps his hand around it, brings it up to his face.
It chitters.
And test. Can I hear?
Yep, we can hear you.
Thank you, King.
Sorry.
Thank you, Will, for snatching that 3-eyed rat, by the way.
Yeah. I love playing fetch.
You've seen me now, Keeper. What are you gonna do about it? This will reach
The
up
rat.
to the third eye and just pluck it out of the head.
As you reach up, right after you say what you do, you hear laughter that comes from the rat's mouth. Laughter is very familiar. Laughter of the Marquis, and it abruptly stops when the eye gets plucked out, and the rat dies.
Tripod. Barely knew you.
Rufus is just gonna hold the eye in his hand.
Are you okay?
I don't know. You got a little jar or something, some liquid to keep it.
I do. And Meg will reach into her bag and pull out a small empty mason jar that's for like little jams. Hand it over.
Open it up and drop the eye in. Pour a little bit of water in there. Seal it tight. I'll put it in the inside pocket of his jacket. Look at the little rat. Hold it out to Zigzag.
Yeah.
Can you heal it?
I don't know. I don't.
It wasn't his fault.
Zigzag's gonna try.
Okay. um.
You can't call the rat tripod. Ooh.
Well, if we revive it, we're calling it tripod.
If we revive it, I got 1 success.
Yeah, that's
I could try. I could use a willpower, but
no.
yeah.
You need a pretty high. It needs to be pretty high to revive little rats.
So Zigzag tries to breathe on it, and then kind of just holds it close. And
No, he's gone. We can put him in the rose garden. It wasn't his fault, but
He deserves better than this place. We can take him with us.
Sim will pull out a length of cloth. Hand it over to Zigzag and be like, you can wrap this for now.
Maybe on the way back, we can give him to the lonelies so they can have a pet.
To the goblin fruit tree.
Yeah,
Okay.
we took from them, so we should probably give something back.
Zigzag will take the wrapped up rat, gently put it in the backpack.
Speaking of goblin fruit, Sim will open up his pack and offer. We packed some fruits for just such an occasion as anybody needs. And he's going to take to himself to some glamour.
Zigzag. Did you want to brew your tea?
Yeah, that would be good. That would be really, really good.
Meg pulls out a little kettle, a little stand, and she lights a fire in her hand and sticks it under the kettle that she's filled with water until it boils.
Yeah, Zigzag starts pulling a bunch of things out of their bag. Checks on old Greg.
Old Greg has wandered over towards the rose bushes.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the rolls that I did?
Yeah.
He is using mitocortisol communication. Mitocortisol, yes.
He's
So
talking to the plants.
he's talking to the mushrooms.
Yeah.
And you can tell that's what he's doing because he's standing by one that he found. So he has basically kind of holding the little cap in his hand, and you know that he is communicating with the entire system
Mm-hmm.
to try to figure out if there are other threats in the area that they know about. He rolled well enough to warn you that one of the steps leading up to the front door
Mm-hmm.
is designed to fall through and impale feet.
Oh, jeez. Oh, okay, that's
The third
good enough.
step up,
The
and if
third
you miss
step
it,
up. Okay.
That third step is supposed to watch that first step.
yep.
It's always the third step that gets you.
Yeah, so Zigzag will
Be like, all right, that's good to know. You want some of my tea?
Oh no, I'm actually good.
Okay. All right.
Well, Greg has passed all his breath checks.
I know. It's because he's got that old man wisdom or some shit. I don't know what he's going to say about it. Something like that.
So the tea gets brewed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to make a silly joke that he's our ancient zooted wizard.
It's true.
Tea gets brewed. Goblin fruit gets passed around. If it's not of your emotion, you can still consume the goblin fruit, but it doesn't give you nearly as much glamour. So it would take more fruits. But Meg has a couple of little, what look like dried berries, also in a little satchel. That is a type of goblin fruit as well. So between the tea and all the fruit you guys packed, I think the majority can regain all of their glamour back.
Okay.
Yeah, Zigzag will make sure to offer tea to everybody, and make sure there is one of the large thimbles that Zigzag has, and the mismatched things that are just at the bottom of the bag, and make sure that is filled for Sir Reginald,
Okay, sounds good.
so that everybody has glamour restored.
Will's doing okay too. Rufus is doing great.
Yeah. Willpower wise, not spectacular, but we'll make through.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I've been biting through some willpower too, so keep an eye on that.
I'm good. Thanks, though.
Okay, cool. Well, not cool. Things aren't cool. This is really bad, but we're together. That's the important part.
All right.
The Marquis has seen us. So if he's sending someone, they should be here in around 2 days.
So we have 2 days to leave. That means we have 2 days to find the things that we came here for. We need the book and the wand.
If he sent the flyers, they'll be here by nightfall.
Well, let's hope he did not. That would be bad.
Well, let's move quickly but carefully.
Yeah. Third step. Don't step on it.
Okay. Well, if everyone's tea and had their fruit, and let's get a move on. And Sim will pack on.
While everyone, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Once everyone is getting ready with all their stuff, Will is going to use false trail and make it seem like we all left after the Marquis spoke to Rufus. So ooh, I immediately lose that glamour. Because I really want to get this roll. We'll roll to see if we can add our weird to it. Oh, no, we're back where we started.
Oh, damn.
Oh dear.
The fruit giveth, but the dice taketh.
Yep.
The dice say, "Fuck you."
Hey, at least in this way, I'm just back at the normal.
Oh wow, the dice really said "fuck you." That's a 1.
Yeah,
Wow.
it did.
All right.
I wanted a 2. Oh, I didn't mean. Oh, hang on. I need to redo that. I didn't put in the right command there. I put difficulty instead of just hunger. And it's a good roll, too. Oh, that's disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 5 successes.
Too sad.
All right.
Okay.
You hide the trail. Well, you falsify the trail to make it look like you have left the area rather than staying.
All right. Once Will gets that done, he'll return with the group and just kind of give everybody a 2 doggy thumbs up that everything's A-okay.
Is this a signal?
Meg does the finger guns.
Okay, I got you. This tracks.
So, where these Thorn Knights originally were,
Mm-hmm.
path is clear now, so we're going through.
Yep.
Going to move through there, but I'm still going to keep an eye out. Everybody, Sim is going to advise everyone to keep an eye out. Watch for anything that could snare us, detect us, threat to us, etc. We'll as quickly but safely.
All right.
Zigzag's going to be looking out for the different hollow wards, since there are several.
Yep. As you guys walk up, you don't. I'm not going to make you roll for this. You don't see anything more through the thorn bushes up the path. You know because of old Greg And you can see the mushroom he probably found that information out from through the bush to skip that third step. So you skip the third step and you come to the front door. Now, the front door is kind of busted in.
Okay.
One is busted in, the other is basically stuck. Like you can tell that it's jammed in place, half blocking the double doors from opening all the way. It had stained glass windows that were on the front that have been completely shattered, and just jagged pieces remain in the frame. You can kind of see inside. You can see frost on the ground, which for a winter court means that your trail within the hedge is fairly hidden in this area, as the frost makes it harder to find you. But as you kind of glance in, furniture has been busted. I mean, it looks like a fight took place here. You can see old frosted over bloodstains on the ground. There are shattered mirrors. There are upturned tables. Not everything is completely destroyed, but it's definitely evident that something very bad happened here at one point from just looking.
So, you have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is the direction of where all this is heading, do we have to go through the castle to get to the gardens towards the back, or is there paths that go alongside and circumvent the castle?
At one point, there were probably paths that are now overgrown. So now you would have to walk inside to get to the back garden.
Okay.
But before, you could see where it was probably manicured back.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
Do we want to ask the door if anybody came through, or do we just want to
I was literally
go through and just kind of
going to see if there are things zigzag that be wise to ask. The door is not a bad idea.
doors usually don't care. They normally are just very upset about the hinges or their locks getting messed with. I don't usually talk to a whole lot of doors outside of work, so that might be a biased viewpoint. Do you want me to talk to the door?
What its favorite color is.
Most things don't have a favorite color. Or they pick the color they are, but I can ask.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get a read on the door.
In the meantime,
Still keep.
while you get a read on the door, Meg is gonna start walking inside.
Rufus is going with her.
Oh, we have replenished our glamour. I can take that off.
She's just staying in the entryway. She's not going super far in, but she is. Okay, this is her vice, guys. She is going through the wreckage, looking for shit. Her vice is greed, so she's gonna start just taking stuff.
This will help her out. Just if there's anything that looks like her style that he can find, he'll just hold it up and be like, "What about this one?"
6 successes. And I'm using the contract that you guys can't hear what the door is saying, but Zigzag can.
Damn it, Meg.
She messy.
And I
again.
did not get a critical, so I don't have a secret about the
No,
door.
she has all
Oh,
her
wow.
glamour back.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Man, she found something for sure.
she found
Meg,
everything.
chill.
God damn it.
Meg doesn't know the meaning of chill. She's a fire elemental.
Meg,
Don't be
Meg, Meg is the main character. We're all just her supporting cast.
Oh my gosh. I'll get to what she and Rufus find in a minute. We'll go ahead and do the zigzag thing.
So yeah,
All right.
we touched
The door makes a creak sound, a groan.
Good afternoon.
Zone's covered.
Let's see what you went through, right?
And this is the one where he talks to you.
Yep, inanimate communication.
I've been through so much.
And unfortunately, the changeling directly senses and experiences the events the object or device has gone
shit.
through.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'm
So
so
here we go.
sorry.
Here's what happens, Zigzag.
Okay.
You see the door being slammed shut. You see it being barricaded, but it's what you feel. You feel the wood of another object being slammed against your back. You feel the physical assault that this door sustained to get it broken open after being barricaded. The feet, the claws, the bodies that slammed into it to push it open. You feel it as it hits the wall and reverberates back. Now, to you, a creature of flesh and blood, mostly, it feels like getting punched. It feels like getting scratched. When the window shatters, it feels like your teeth are breaking and your eyes are burning. That is your face.
Mhm.
And then as time goes on, you feel cold and rot settle in. You feel the chewing of animals on your feet. You feel hands push and touch, mostly gentle when they are, because the door is already open, so why bother touching it? Someone trips, or they're looking for something. You feel at one point someone snap off a piece of that glass. It's like having your tooth pulled out. And then nothing until you touch the door.
Yeah, has it been nothing for a while?
It's been nothing for a while. The door doesn't have a sense of time, but you can tell that these events from the assault to now have been spread out over the century or so that this place has been since it was raided.
I'm sorry you went through all that. That's really rough.
It groans.
I'll let you sleep. I don't think it hurts you like it hurts me. But could I take a piece of your glass?
You get this feeling of affirmation.
Thank you. I'll let you rest now.
Zigzag will let go of the door, reach up with their hands, and take a piece of the glass. Because that can be used to be sold at market.
Yep. And the glass, there's because it is stained glass. There's a variety of colors still stuck in the door from whatever the pattern was or whatever the picture was at one point. So you have like the option of a blue piece or a red piece or a green piece.
Zigzag's gonna find one that it doesn't matter how big the pieces are, but if there's a part where it kind of connected that's still there, take that piece, gently slide it out from the remains of the door. And then turn to Sim and Will.
It doesn't seem like anybody's gone through for a while, or at least if they did, they didn't have to touch the door to kind of slide through. Something really, really bad happened here, guys. There's a lot of pain.
And Zigzag's gonna just kind of look down at the ground and nod their head and then just wander in.
Okay. Sim will keep an eye out. 6, just on the off chance.
Okay.
And then move in.
Meg and Rufus, in the interim, you're going through what is essentially a foyer, what would have been an entryway. So it's a decent size. Again, the Black Castle was meant to accommodate many people, and it had a lot of decorative furniture, that lined the hallways. And a lot of it's been smashed, a lot of it's been broken. But Meg, upends a desk or a table that would have been in there. It has drawers on it. She starts pulling the drawers open. You find bits of fabric. Clearly, whatever it was is hedge spun because it swirls with stars and clouds. It may have been a scarf. It might have been a piece of a shirt. It's very pretty. You find the remnants of jewelry, lodged under one of the tables. A little gold necklace. It's very delicate, very pretty. Anything you hand to Meg at this point, Rufus, she's taking and accepting with much gratitude, unfortunately, because her vice is terrible. But she is grateful for it when she takes it, as her virtue is a good one. But it's when she turns around the mirror. There's a shattered mirror in this hallway, and she flips it around. And on the back is a map of the back garden.
Oh, snap.
It shows a location. Yep.
And he'll
It
just
shows-
lean in
Mm-hmm.
to Meg. He'll
Sorry.
lean into Meg really quick.
Okay.
What do you want to do with this?
The map.
We don't know what Sim's plan is.
There's a map, though. Map. There is an X on the map
Yeah,
in the back garden. Mm-hmm. What?
Show this
What do
to
you mean?
Sam, he's going to find it. That's what I mean. I trust him. I just don't know what his plan is.
Oh. I mean, do you want to ask him?
I don't want to hide this from him. He's been a good friend.
Meggle.
Complicated, I guess.
Yeah. She'll pull the mirror down off the wall. And she'll hand it to Rufus.
If
Do you
he's
wanna
working
show
with
him?
somebody, I think we should figure out exactly what his plan is. And then we'll show him.
Meg nods. She will set the mirror down on its back so that the map is covered. Knowing full and damn well that her cell phone doesn't work, otherwise she'd take a picture of it. Cast
Will
it
turn around
down.
and just, hey, Sim.
Sim will perk up after coming through the foyer, following closely behind Zigzag first.
Zigzag had wandered in again. It's just once again.
I don't want to interrupt. Look at the ceiling. What lovely crown holding.
Meg is still pilfering shit, by the way. She's
figured.
finding like shards of crap and sticking it in her bag. Like she's full on into the vice of, ooh, this could fetch something at the goblin market. Ooh, someone might want this. Like she's just like some of it seems totally random. Other things are like, decorative beads or, like just this came off the sconce of something. Like she's just a lot of it's not really. It's all useful in terms of trade, but
Right.
most people would think she's just picking up garbage.
Oh, so we're looting?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sim will come over. What's going on?
Need to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you want this thing that we're here for?
Referring to the wand. Sim will have like a little look pass over his face. It looks sorrowful for a second. Then he'll square back up. Be like, first and foremost, it's to fulfill a promise I kept to someone, a friend. We're going to go get this. Now that situation has presented itself to where you don't have to fulfill that obligation anymore. My friend is not in jeopardy. That situation in it. Wanted to seek this out, find it, keep it, those it. Honestly, from what I understand of it, there's a way it can potentially be destroyed. It's in the wrong hands, this wand, everything that I know of. And if a charlatan like the Onsel was desperately seeking it.
Hey, storyteller. Does
Hmm?
Zigzag know who that is?
Know who the Onsel is?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. People at the Goblin Market know she's a charlatan in the city.
However, before any of that happens, once again, friend had made a promise. Someone help them. It's the entire reason we were behind this wand. Is to help someone that fell victim machinations of the church to the blessed. Their name is Pippin. It's my understanding that them fix them, make them whole. As we do that, and it's to be destroyed.
Trust a lot of people, Sim. If you think that's the best plan, this will turn the mirror around. Here's your wand.
Tim is just gonna kind of just like do a double take at it and go, what does
We just gotta go get it.
what does the map exactly look like? Just like is it a detail of the gardens in the back with specific spot? Is there anything written on it?
It's labeled the gardens. Like it's scratched into the back of it. It just says the gardens. And it shows what you would assume to be very roughly scratched out pictures. So it shows what are like, you could see the lines of the paths. It says back door at the top, and then like it shows where the manicured paths were. And when I say it's rough, I mean it's rough, but you can make out, because where the rose bushes are, it shows little like half-assed attempts at flowers, just as real quick
So in other words,
scribbles.
I'm judging the artistic quality of this map very harshly.
You are it makes because you have the envy vice. Your envy vice is very. I'm so much better than this. I'm so great. It does not make you feel envy at all. And so quite the opposite, pride. But yeah, so it's scratched it in, and you can see that the roses are labeled with the types of roses they are based on their color. And the only one that's actually like, there are a couple that are labeled, so these are like red roses or whatever, and then kind of off near the side and at the back, at the bottom of the map, which, with the way that you've seen the Black Castle, this is not the full garden. It's far enough away from the back door that if there was an assault happening or something, that they could easily try to make a break for it. But it is also close enough that like they didn't have to run all the way through the gardens to find a spot to apparently hide this wand.
Okay.
And it's in a section that is called the Twilight Blooms, is the name of it. Twilight Blooms. And that is where the X is under whatever the fuck that label is for.
Sam,
Yes.
trust you. I do trust you. I don't trust anything that our keepers made. I don't trust anything made for attacking our keepers.
Does Zigzag have to roll a willpower check?
Yep. As well as Meg is Meg is full on just grabbed Will and is still looking, because Will was like, "Are we looting shit?" And Meg went, "Sure are," and has now roped Will into helping her grab shit.
Will is
Are we looting?
now
Yes.
looting everything. Just, I have no idea what we're grabbing.
He's just gonna golden retriever all that stuff. Right back.
We got 2 seconds. Is 2 enough?
That'll 2 enough?
Yes.
Nope.
Oh shit. I'm sorry.
Pick a derangement or your vice.
We just got rid of the auditory hallucinations, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, it's good. They're back. But Zigzag does pop off with,
You hear the
No.
echo of laughter down the hallways, Zigzag.
so yeah, when River says that,
Some of these things were made with really good detail. Effort was. I'm gonna go check that out.
Check out what's it.
Zigzag starts to kind of wander off.
I think maybe this way. There might be something this way.
Wait.
Who is that?
Rufus is just gonna snatch him by the backpack
Yeah.
and lift him up.
It's pretty easy. Although you probably woke up old Greg.
No,
Old Greg is in the backpack. What did I do?
My house.
no. Like, did you not hear that? It's over there, and like you just maybe that's where maybe they're laughing.
And now there's
What?
calliope
It's
music.
quiet.
No, it's not. It's so loud here. It's so loud.
Do you want to go outside?
No, I want to see where the music's coming from.
There's no music. There's no music, Zigzag. Trust me.
We'll swivel him over to Sim and just hold him up in front of Sim.
There's no music.
You can hear the organs.
It's like being at a carnival.
I don't think I've ever been to one before.
I've been to one.
Carnival. I've never been to a carnival before. Maybe I don't remember, but it's so loud. It's so loud.
We'll go someday. We'll go someday to a carnival, but there's no carnival. There's nobody here right now. Us.
The book's supposed to make things better, so maybe
Your book.
I think that's where the book is. The music.
Look to Rufus. I don't trust anything their keepers. They're not going to use that word. They're not going to trust anything that's made by, say, generic. But I'm at least I have people that I know that I can trust to investigate, study, to look at this. It proves dangerous if it proves not be as talked up to be. And that's that.
You for your friend.
What was that? Sorry.
You for your friend. Go get your wand.
I can check it. I spent a lot of time with tokens.
Will, while they're having this conversation, please roll me a wits and awareness.
You find the best dog treats.
Is ambush applied to this?
Ambushes do not apply to this.
Unless you want to get ambushed by treats.
I would very much like to get ambushed by treats. Is that an option?
You're gonna have to go to Sims Hollow and find all of Derek's stashes.
Oh gosh. Oh.
Good thing I have that one contract so I can get a dog's nose and sniff it out.
Mm-hmm.
6 successes.
Perfect. While you are helping Meg loot shit, you do happen to find. You flip to my note real quick about it. It's a little earring, a singular earring, with a rainbow-colored pearl on it. It's very pretty. It catches your eye.
Cool. I'm more of a collar guy myself, but... Hey, Sim, you want this?
He'll look to what Will has. He's all like, hey, what you got there?
I have no idea. It's an earring. It looks pretty cool. Hand the earring over to Sim.
Thank you. Look it over, and is it actually a really like good craftsmanship and.
It is really good craftsmanship.
Thank you, Will. Yeah, actually, I got an idea for this. Yes, thank you.
Zigzag's like swinging their legs back and forth to kind of try and turn to see what Sim has.
Turn him.
And they'll show the earring to Zigzag. Is it like anything Sim has ever seen before? Is it just a piece of jewelry, or is there seem to be?
The stone itself is not something. The pearl itself that is shining with the rainbow is not like any pearl you've ever seen. But then again, you know that the wonders of the hedge are very different from what you'd see in the mortal world. The impossible becomes possible here. So it's not anything that even you as a changeling have encountered before.
Okay. You ever seen anything like this, Zigzag?
I mean, pearls can be different components for things, especially if it's an earring. That means it usually affects the body of the person wearing it or their perception. It all depends on the intent behind it making it.
Does it look like a token? Or does it look just hedge spun? Could I tell by the
Go ahead and make a intelligent and craft roll on it.
Oh, this is what Zigzag was built for. Good job, buddy. Intelligence. And because my specialty applies, I get an extra die. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's okay, Mau. No one's in danger yet. Don't huff at me.
I had a quick question about the map that's on the back of this mirror. Is it removable from the mirror frame, or is it?
Nope. It's gouged into the back of the mirror. The mirror's backing.
Gotcha.
That is 9 successes.
Jesus.
4. No,
all right.
10. No. 5 plus 9. I can simple math. Maths are hard.
It is a token. It is a token that gives, and you've seen tokens like this before, where they can grant you the powers of another contract. It's usually one specific power, but it is a power nonetheless. This one allows you to use Splendor of the Envoy's Protection, which is a clause in the contract of Vainglory.
So Zigzag's gonna say,
Alright, Rufus, I need to be a little bit closer. Alright. It was worth a shot. No, that's a token. That's a token. From the looks of it, probably Contract of Vainglory.
Actually makes a lot of sense considering.
The exact name of what the storyteller said, because all I can remember is Thunder. Yeah. No,
it is the Splendor of the Envoy's Protection.
Splendor of the Envoy's Protection. Yep.
Useful.
It takes a lot to make it. Worth a lot.
Given that information, Will, this is actually something of some value here. You discovered it.
Oh. Oh, you keep it. Let's pay back for all the treats. And for helping me get the goblin fruit that Rebel wanted.
She's kind of awful. You probably shouldn't work with her anymore.
We're gonna have a discussion about that when we get back.
Oh, I don't work with Rebel. She doesn't like me anyway. We've never had a conversation.
I'll have a conversation.
You should be courtless. We
I thought we had a great conversation. Just stared at me. Menacingly.
Or maybe she does like you.
You should definitely be courtless. We kick ass.
He's right, though.
I can't.
I mean, if you gotta, it's a good argument.
He tells us what to do. It's great.
Aren't you Sir Reggie's manservant? He tells you what to do.
In the same way, Greg is an old man, yeah.
I got that reference. Oh, okay. Oh, I get it now. Okay. All right.
Milo?
Yes.
Since this mirror is here, how big is the mirror
Mhm.
that this thing is gouged into?
Oh, it's
Like
it's not a
is it like
it's not an
the
enormous.
size?
Yeah, it's not a no. It's not like a full body mirror or anything like
Mhm.
that. It's kind of one of those decorative ones that would go on the wall above your like end table in your foyer.
Okay,
So it's not huge.
So we can pack it. It's not.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so that's mainly is that we can pack it without too much difficulty. Okay, good. Okay. It's on. Is it off the wall? Is it on a symbol? Just take it and take the mirror itself.
She said no. Meg had set it down on like one of the tables that was still like hadn't been fully knocked over or whatever. So it was already off the wall. She had pulled it off the wall already. So
okay. Well, why some of this? I'm still going to do this because I think this is probably a good thing to have just in case. Sim's going to take a couple minutes to look at the map on the back of the mirror. He's going to bust out a pencil, paper from his pack, and he's going to make a sketch of that same map in his own notes.
all right, you can do it much better. It's so much prettier.
And you want me to do a Dex and Craft roll on that?
Yes.
While that's happening and Zigzag is feeling tall for the first time in their life, is going to kind of look at Will like over their shoulder.
So when you were looting, because I heard you scream, "Are we looting?" Did you find any books?
Did Will find any books?
Nope.
No.
There is a library that's here, but none of the books were in the foyer area.
Did you get a messy?
10 with a crit, no messy.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, no, Sim, this map is just because
Gorgeous. This map
just
is
because
gorgeous.
you know you could do so much better than the poor sod that roughly scratched this shit out. You just make this it's shaded, it's just
It's got depth. It's gonna look fucking 3D.
it's got depth, like it's yeah. You sure showed whoever drew that map.
Fuck this guy or them or whoever. Gouge this out.
Fuck that person in particular.
Yeah.
Your map is so much better.
Map sucks. Wherever you are, your map making skills just boom. Done.
Are you all right there, Sim?
I'm great. I'm fucking amazing.
Yeah, positive affirmations.
Yeah.
That's what Meg says we do.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, and yeah, there's one of the
That's called encouragement. Zigzag encouragement.
but the book said positive affirmations are important in maintaining relationships with people.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the
I mean that's true.
Okay. So
Sim, how you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic.
It worked, Zigzag, it worked.
positive affirmations.
So gonna roll up the map if we'll take the mirror too, just to kind of have it as an original reference and see. But Sim is going to take a closer look at this mirror too, because he's seen some things and messed with some mirrors as well. Is there anything around the edges of the mirror? Is there anything that make it look like it would be anything like the mirrors that he'd seen that he's worked with Reed on, or either?
Nope.
Okay. All right, just double checking.
All right.
In true fashion, no, we don't bleed. We don't
Yes.
bleed on stuff in this chronicle. That's right.
We
Yeah,
don't
if you
bleed
bleed
on
on
stuff
shit
in
in
any chronicle, but
Changeling,
you
it
guys
doesn't
keep
do
doing
anything.
it anyway. It's fine. It's
So-
fine.
But what
You
if
guys
it makes stuff
are-
do stuff?
It what? It might. Who knows?
You guys just rolled so goddamn good that bleeding on it kept working even though it shouldn't have. Anyway, this is not that game.
It's not that
We're on a different game.
You do. You do have to bleed on things in this game occasionally, but
Dude,
Occasionally.
Sim knows about that. There's some things he's working on ritual wise where he's gonna have to give some of his blood up, and nobody needs to know that.
Okay. Well then,
Okay, moving on.
are you guys in the gardens or the library?
Ooh,
so
I don't know.
Zigzag still hanging there, just kind of raised his hand.
How you feeling?
So, if we're going after any more tokens based on the relative small information I knew and then the information we just now received that you told us, which that's good to know, that's why we're here.
Also,
Usually someone has a map to something. When you get there, it does a thing. So could we look for the book first? That way, in case we set up anything off, we can always just what did you say, Meg? GTFO.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Sim will nod his head. Absolutely. We can definitely go to the library first. Are you still hearing things? Still hearing music?
You hear
No.
something slam,
Yes.
a door open and close. You hear a voice whispering.
There's a lot going on. It's very loud. There's a lot.
How can we help?
I really wish they'd be closer.
Do you need something to help cover your ears briefly, like
No,
earmuffs or something?
no, that's not how this works.
Oh shit. Okay. Sim
I
gets
do
up.
appreciate the offer of assistance.
Hey, Zigzag.
Zigzag's gonna kind of like try and tilt their head back to look at Rufus.
You want to be even taller.
It depends on the method in which this is happening. I like my legs the way they are. Well, not really.
Rufus
I
just
could make
pulls
improvements, and
Zigzag up over and sits him on his shoulders.
Good move.
Yeah,
this is a lie.
yeah. You can see everything from up there. How's the crown molding at this angle?
It's molding, literally.
The joke set itself up. I was just waiting for it. It's great.
It's a pretty good one.
No, it is. Oh, yeah. That's a good one. To the light. I'm on your shoulder. Am I supposed to point and say onward or
Yeah.
onward to the library?
All right. You guys start walking to the library. Meg will pull Will aside to inquire about going to the goblin market.
Okay, I was when Sim was going to ask Will if there's anything that Sim to keep an eye around, and if there was anything and stuff. But you guys have your conversation.
Hey, what's up, Meg?
Hey, yeah, so Have you been to the Goblin Market? Are you going to the Goblin Market anytime soon?
I didn't plan on it, but what's up?
Well, because I mean, like you found a lot of stuff, and it would be good to sell, and then you can buy other things with it. Even it's usually how that works. I do believe. So I was just curious.
Well, you want to go together?
I mean, I go fairly frequently, but yeah, I can help you get like good deals and shit if you want to go. And we could. I know all of the vendors. Zigzag is my favorite vendor.
I can get you a discount at my shop because I own it.
Yeah. I could use a new jacket. This one's got too many holes in it.
Do you want it to
See,
put
there you
itself
go.
on?
Want it to be
What?
Do you want it to put itself on so you don't lose it?
No, I was just hoping for less rips and holes in it, but that sounds way cooler.
Okay, we can work on that when we get back.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, we can plan to go to the Goblin Market, get the shit that you picked up sold, and that way you can buy other things.
Like my own treats.
Yeah, like your own treat.
That one dot in intelligence really showing.
We'll have to go to Madame Molotov's. She's cool.
Oh, she makes the best drinks.
Madame Mal. I was just about to mention Madame Mal. This is good stuff. I actually had a quick out of character question.
Yes.
What was the book we were needing specifically
It's
to
a pop-up book.
pop-up?
A magic pop-up book. Yep.
Thank you.
Rufus agreed to grab that for Reed's friend.
That's right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go.
So Meg is gonna slide off back over to Rufus after getting Will to agree to go to the Goblin Market with her because God only knows she's gonna need to help him not get ripped off. And so she walks back over to where Rufus is.
I make poor financial decisions.
Those along
I
with
have
the
thoughts
strong
in
narrative
finance.
choices.
Yes. She'll take Rufus's hand if he lets her.
Yeah.
Let's head to that library.
So, Rufus, pop-up book, was there anything else you needed?
Just on the way back, if we can find the rainbow trees.
Right, the rainbow trees. We could probably ask the map.
I told the tattoo guy that I'd find some rainbow roots if I could.
Oh yeah, your tattoo!
Sim has one too.
Yeah, as the flame tattoo that goes up Rufus's neck just sort of gently flickers against his gray skin.
It's very pretty.
Yeah. I was thinking about you when I got it.
She smiles.
That was
Gets a little red in the face. The library is upstairs. Takes you a little bit of walking to get there.
No, it doesn't.
Check the stairs.
Well,
just to-
Takes everybody but Rufus and Zigzag a little bit of walking to get there.
Yeah, check the stairs, make sure. Also, Sims at least is keeping an eye out just in case there's anything creeping around, watching still, any more three-eyed rats, three-eyed bats, three-eyed
All right.
whatever.
Cats.
Three-eyed cats.
Cats.
Exactly.
Go ahead and make me a wits and awareness.
Yeah, the three-eyed
Three-eyed
rat.
frats.
And will assist
Oh,
in that
God.
endeavor.
Awesome.
All frats
If Will
are
would like
three-eyed.
to,
That's
yes.
all. Hi, wits and awareness, right?
Mhm.
Yes, Will is helping Sim for an extra dice.
Got it. Thank you for the assistance.
Zigzag is being observant from their high
Ooh, nice.
one success.
Shoot, nice.
Maybe.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
No, 2 successes. I lied. That is 8 out of 3.
6 successes with a single crit, not messy.
All right. As you guys are looking around, it definitely seems clear of three-eyed creatures. But every once in a while, you will see the flicker of movement out of the corner of your eye. Down one of the long, dusty hallways, in the shadow, by a sunlit window. And you kind of hear closer, but it doesn't seem to reveal anything. Like, looking closer doesn't show more movement, doesn't show what moved, but you do seem to pick up these just little flickers every now and then. Since Will was assisting, so does Will.
Hmm.
But you turn the corner and you find the library. These doors have also been broken down, busted in. But for the majority of the library is undamaged. There are a couple shelves that have been toppled and books strewn about the floor. There are a couple shelves that have clearly been looted and the books have been taken. And there are a couple shelves that probably the books were taken by the residents. Hard to tell. At times, the layers of dust are the only indication of how long something might have been sat empty. But there's still quite a few books. So,
Okay. Keeping an eye out for not only what we're
mhm.
seeking to do, but Sim's going to keep an eye out for anything else that Reed would probably find useful
All right.
for her.
I will have you make me one more wits and awareness. This one you can use concealed objects. Uh-huh. Meg will help with this one because this is what she's good at.
Yep.
Will also assist in helping?
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know what? I'm going to chance it. I'm going to burn some weird. I'm good. I mean, burn some glamour. Good. Bad.
Jesus Christ, Meg.
Burning some weird is a different thing.
Yeah, actually, it is. It'll extend your life, though.
Also, it's proven to decrease stress.
Ooh.
Okay, so. Alright, so for that, 4 for the weird.
Burn some weird today.
Couple from Meg and Will and my specialty. So there we
I
go.
had a thought.
Sometimes when I'm feeling fancy, I'll put the weird in my brownies.
Exactly. Edible weird.
Edible.
And now you can get weird in space.
Yeah, space weird.
Weird.
All right, single.
I had
crit.
something I was going to ask, and it's totally gone. Oh, did Rufus say that it was in fact a token, or was Zigzag there when?
I think we were all there when
Yeah,
Meg was talking about it.
that's right. So Zigzag does know it's a token. So we're gonna look for the tokeny books.
So
Okay.
I got the.
And one's made of cardboard because it's pop-up book.
So I got
For
the
children.
same amount of successes as Meg, except I scored a crit with it.
Wasn't it?
Beautiful.
So I know Sim has an insane amount of awareness, wits and awareness, and he's incredibly perceptive.
Did you
for this-
did you also add your extra one from being
For the
a
cons-
fire elemental?
Oh, I forgot to. Thank you. I was
Yeah,
actually just looking at
flickering
that.
acumen.
That's right, flickering
Yep.
acumen, and that adds one more, so 8 total.
Nice, beautiful.
So
That was a face as.
I always forget what my kith's blessing and curse is, and so every time I see the curse for my poor boy, I'm just like, oh yeah, -1 to my already low charisma.
Yeah.
It's fine.
No, and elementals get -1 to manipulate humans.
I remember. Poor Sim.
Oh, that's okay. Fucking beasts get -2. They get -2 academics, so like Will over here is not book smart either.
I'm dumb as shit.
Ogres. The one for ogres is rough as well.
I like my seeming blessing about ignoring a first point of ag damage, but I had the stupidest joke creep into my head. If you have true faith, you can ignore the first point of sad damage.
Oh.
Terrible.
Awful.
Terrible.
So,
awful.
with all of your rolls,
7.
with all of your rolls and a little bit of time, you managed to find the pop-up book of which Reed had mentioned. You open it up, and it shows beautiful, like, everything moves. Like, the stories that get read, the book responds to by having the little pop-up pieces move along with it. It's very, very adorable. Charming little children's book.
There you go, Rufus.
Do it for me.
What was that? Sorry. It's really hard to hear you up here.
Sorry. Yep.
Just hold on to it for me.
Okay.
And Zigzag's gonna slide the pack, put it in, and they're gonna just actually look at the book for a really long time,
Okay.
and then put it away.
If there's anything else we potentially found that.
Yes.
Yeah, anything
You found a book that is essentially it was hidden by your concealed objects came into play with this one.
Nice.
It was hidden kind of back behind some other books. Small, leather bound. Looks like it was probably a journal at one point that got turned into a book.
Okay.
And you flip it open, and it is how the hedge wand was made.
Oh shit! Really?
This is where it was made. It was made by the
Nice.
changeling that lived here. They
Yeah.
kept a record, and you found it.
Sure. Yeah, that's true. It's damn. Okay.
Now, this was clearly hidden. Like, the idea was probably that they intended to share the knowledge at some point, but when the heat got too much, basically, they tried to tuck it away.
Right.
So that should the library get raided, it wouldn't be an easy thing to find. The other book that you find that you think might be of interest to read is in the hobgoblin language, the hedge writings.
Okay, Sim had to have
Retranslate it. She can read it. Yep.
Right.
And it is a book that is all about goblin fruit, if what you're understanding from the pictures that have been kind of sketched into it are true. It's about different types of goblin fruit. Most likely from inference, you can probably how to grow them, how to splice them, how to potentially grow new types of goblin fruits, and things like that.
Will
So,
would love that.
Who would love that?
Ro. It's the goblin fruit book.
Nice.
And those are the things of the greatest interest within the library itself.
Got it. Good finds. Sim will review them, make sure they get stored safely. Packs that we have securely.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this one's not picking up, some good details on this one, although I can't read it. You don't know this language, does anybody know this language here?
Do you want me to have the book read itself? I
Rufus
can try
and
to read it.
sorry, Sir Reginald and old Greg would know how to read it.
Okay. And that's a good thought, though, about having the book read itself. I'd love that.
It's going to read it out in that language. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you
still
can
be
also
fun, though.
you can also use knowing touch to understand.
There you go.
It's gonna burn so much glamour, but we'd be able to read the
It
book.
does not speak of the English.
I touch these books and they talk to me.
Oh, Lord.
They teach me the language.
I mean, is the language dog?
Ooh.
He's doing okay
If you
up
make
there, Willie.
if we make the book speak, Will can understand it.
That's a good point. Mhm. I like the. Okay, I'm going to have. What was it you said? Reginald and
Oh,
Gregory,
Greg.
Old Greg.
Not Gregory.
I almost
God, no.
called him
No.
Gregory.
Gregory would,
better not.
Gregory would not be able to read that. Are you kidding me?
Gregory can barely read normal English.
I know. Poor fella.
Oh, God.
All the
But-
drugs. Anyway,
Mistakes have been made.
Oh, imagine Gregory getting a hand on a contract book.
No. Please stop.
Book of contracts.
No.
It's like so-
Didn't make no God.
He's all like, I just got this
Why?
trade from some. I really think this is a cool way we can grow some new plants.
Jesus Christ. No. It's going to be out of the dumpster out back, too, where there's clearly a gate.
yep.
Fuck's sake. Anyway.
Anywho,
All right.
The one
So-
shot where Gregory gets kidnapped by the
This
changelings.
is-
Anyway,
This is. Oh. Finish your thought there.
It's all good. No, I just wanted to have Old Greg and Sir Reginald take a look at the book and confirm
Okay.
what I'm pretty
Yes.
sure that we think it is. But if they're able to actually read
They
it,
can.
that's great.
They can confirm it is basically gardening tips for goblin fruit, identification of goblin fruit, as well as possible ways to splice and grow maybe unknown, haven't been seen before goblin fruit because you're mixing and matching,
Gotcha.
essentially.
Maybe with the leftover
And-
goblin fruit we have, we can grow our own tree for the memories.
Well, that hurt my feelings. And now we are going to go ahead, and that's where we're going to end this.
okay.
Because it is getting
We're gonna end
late
on
and
hurt
my feelings.
We're gonna end on
Yeah,
hurt
we
feelings.
are. Oh
Zigzag
my
says it loud
gosh.
to the whole
If you take
goddamn
memory
room.
If you take
From all the way up
memory
here.
fruit, if you take memory fruit and cut it to make new memories out of the trees, are those derivative of
We
the
could make a
same
memory tree.
memories?
We could
Or
make a
do you-
memory.
Pour new memories into it. That's an interesting thought.
If we took
Is it?
contracts of dreaming and infused them into the goblin fruit, we could take and have memories of dreams and sell them at the market.
I like that. Unless they got that free
Anyway,
already.
thank you so much for
Yes,
coming
thank you.
to
Have
our
yourselves-
Yes,
game.
thank you.
Thank you for everyone who joined us this evening. We just had an impromptu goblin fruit brainstorming session at the end.
It's important.
But Hearts and
We
Making
did
Dance. Thank you.
Yeah,
to
we
everyone
did
who watched.
it.
We
Making
did
Dance.
it. Catch us. Thank you for catching us here on Twitch. Obviously, follow our links if you should see them somewhere in our
Somewhere.
Twitch profile. To our YouTube channel, of course, catch up on this wonderful story. thank you very much, Milo, for running us through this wonderful story for its second season.
Yeah. And
Welcome
Welcome
to the collective.
Two.
the
to the
collective.
collective.
Yes. And
We're never going to be able to time that.
Not
We never
professionals.
And here we go.
End it before we say something.